I think this might be the most jam-packed episode ever. New stuff from FN, CZ, Remington, Savage, Dead Air, Holosun, and more coming to you right now on TGC News. NeoMag has been supporting TGC for years, and I know you guys love what they do. You tell me all the time. Whether it's the classic NeoMag, the Rask, maybe you like the Sentry Strap and Scout Sling, or maybe you like the EDC tray. They make some awesome gear. Now, normally we would tell you about a discount code, but in times like these, NeoMag is putting their money where their mouth is. Here's a message straight from them.
Hey everybody, if you go to our website and you place an order and use code TGC2A, we're gonna donate 10% of that order to the Firearms Policy Coalition.
So we're doing this because we understand exactly how important this fight is. So let's all get together, let's fight for our gun rights.
That's right. Use code TGC2A over at theneomag.com to have 10% of your order donated to Firearms Policy Coalition. Now that is the kind of brand I can get behind. Welcome back to another episode of the Gun Collective News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. We have a metric butt ton, not standard, but a metric butt ton of stuff to cover. So how's about we fire up the old minigun and get to it? That's right, an entire rapid fire episode. First up this week, HK has two new versions of the MP5 for sale here in the US. Unfortunately for us, it's not the machine gun version, but rather a semi-auto 22 long rifle variant. The guns are made by Umarex, however you want to pronounce that, and are meant to mimic the real deal MP5. The two different models are a pistol and a rifle version, not surprisingly. The pistol comes with an 8.5-inch threaded barrel, 25 round mags, and has the classic HK slappable charging handle as well as the paddle and button mag release. It's an MP5, so it should have all that stuff, right? The rifle version is very similar, except that it comes with a sleeved 16-inch barrel to look like the MP5 SD, and it also has a collapsible sort of PDW style stock. Both guns come with the hooded front sight and 4-position rotary rear sight. I suppose the only thing left here is the pricing, which honestly kind of surprised me. I expected these to be like $600-700, maybe even north of that, but the MSRP is $479 across the board. Really not a bad price for something authentic to the MP5 itself. I want to hear what you guys think on this one, so sound off in the comments on whether or not you think that gun is worth the dollars to you. And since we have more to cover, we'll just keep rolling. FN has a few new things for us this week. Yeah, FN. First, they've made some much needed changes to the SCAR in the form of non-reciprocating charging handles and therefore a lightened carrier. They say that this reduction of weight softens the recoil impulse and obviously reduces screaming obscenities when the charging handle inevitably contacted your thumb at high speed. I also want to point out that I think it's super weird that any gun companies are still using Tim Kennedy for promo, considering he said this a couple years back.
Yeah, I believe gun control is a massive solution.
Good.
I do not think that...
I didn't expect you to say that.
I don't think a 19-year-old kid should have access to an AR-15.
Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm reading the situation wrong for thinking that's still a bad look. Next up, FN also brought out a new gun called the FN 502 Tactical, and it looks pretty rad. They say that this is the industry's first slide-mounted optics-ready 22 long rifle. They had to throw in the slide-mounted thing because Taurus beat them to the punch with the TX22 comp. Anyway, think of this as a 509 that's been chambered in 22 long rifle. Same ergonomics, which are great, and very similar controls. The difference here is that the 509 is striker fired and this new 502 is single action and hammer fired. It comes with both suppressor height sights and a threaded barrel, and it also comes with a 10-round flush fit and 15-round extended magazine, all for the MSRP of $499. That Taurus I mentioned, which is a great gun, has an MSRP of $533. The 502 is bringing some really solid value for the dollar here. Moving along, Holosun has a new optic called the AEMS, or Advanced Enclosed Microsight, AEMS. Long story short, they say this brings a 200% increase in the field of view in a 11% smaller package than other 20mm micro optics. I don't know. It's numbers. It has a bunch of key features from other Holosun optics like shake-awake, solar failsafe, dual power, multi-reticle system, and a couple others. The body is made from 70-75 aluminum, and they claim it has up to 50,000 hours of battery life. That's probably not on the brightest setting, but it's still solid battery life either way. The reticle itself is a 2 MOA center dot and a 65 MOA segmented circle around it. It also comes with a rifle height mount, which is nice because it has a proprietary footprint and nothing else will fit at the moment. I'm sure folks are already working on fancy mounts for it though. In terms of pricing, the green reticle version has an MSRP of $505.87 and the red $470.58. Couldn't make that nice even numbers, so I had to put in the change. If this thing doesn't suck, and it probably won't suck, it could be a really cool option for your rifle. If you want a long form breakdown on this though, check out Sage Dynamics on YouTube for his review. We showed a little bit of the footage, so shout out to Aaron for doing a badass review on that. Still rolling forward, we have a cool new upper from Matador Arms. We've talked about their magwell adapters and tunable muzzle brake in the past, and now they've got a complete 9mm upper called the Montgo 9. It's a monolithic unit with a 5.5-inch barrel, non-reciprocating reversible charging handle, and best of all, a recoil system contained in the upper, and therefore you can use it with any side-folding brace or stock if you're using an SBR legally. Assuming you've got an AR-9 lower or AR-15 lower with a 9mm mag adapter, this could be your ticket. MSRP on these is $549, and honestly, I don't think that's too bad for a complete setup like this. If you wanted to slap all those parts together, you probably would spend about that or more. Moving on from there, Remington continues to come back to life with a new ammo offering. It's called Core Lokt Tipped, and it's exactly what it sounds like. They took their OG Core Lokt designs and added a polymer tip. It's pretty widely accepted that tipped bullets fly pretty well and have some good things going for them with hunting applications, and this seeks to capitalize on that. The idea with having the tip is that it helps with ballistics, and then upon impact of a flesh target, the tip sort of pushes into the lead core and upsets it enough to aid in consistent expansion.
Just the tip!
That's the core idea. It'll be available in 13 different sort of classic hunting calibers with bullet weights between 95 and 180 grains, and it'll cost about $2 to $3 per round. It's not cheap, but it's actually comparable to Hornady's Precision Hunter ammo, which I really like, and a lot of people do. Moving on from there, even more new stuff. Diamondback Firearms are branching way out of their norm and bring us a gun called the Sidekick. Before this, their latest was the DBX-57, which is awesome. And now they brought us a double single-action revolver. Keeping things short, it's a 9-shot wheel gun with 2 different cylinders, one in .22 long rifle and one in .22 Magnum. The gun weighs in at 32.5 ounces with a barrel length of 4.5 inches. And an MSRP of, get ready for this, $320. Compare that to the Ruger Single 6, which is only single action and only has 6 rounds in a cylinder and retails for over $700. That's more than double. And this Sidekick starts to look pretty rad. Curious to hear if you guys like this one. Let's keep moving with another offering from EAA. It's called the Girson Mcp35. EAA is an importer. It's a Girson. But it is essentially a Browning high-power clone. It's a hammer-fired 9mm and comes with a 15-round mag, has an ambi safety, a 4.5-inch barrel, and plastic grips. It's not fancy on the surface. No, it is not. But considering that the original Browning high powers, like the good ones from our friends at Legacy Collectibles, those can retail for over $1,500 and up. And these Turkish clones have an MSRP of $528. So maybe that's enough to answer that faint call of a high power. Maybe. I don't know. It's not the same. It's not original. But maybe. Sure. Still more new stuff. This is crazy. This is a lot of new stuff this week. Dead Air has a new silencer, and it's meant to be the dual type. It's called the Primal, and it's a 46 caliber suppressor that comes in at 7.9 inches long, 1.6 inches in diameter, and weighs in at 16.5 ounces with the included direct thread mount. Similar in size to the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46. They're a little bit different here and there, but similar. The cool thing about this is that it's set up to accept mounting systems that are already on the market, with the rear threads inside the suppressor being 1.375 by 24, which is sort of becoming an industry standard. That means you can use a wide variety of mounts that you might already have or that are easy to find. On top of that, they include the adapter to get set up with mounts from their pistol caliber cans, so that pretty much means you can use it on just about anything, really. The caliber rating on the website says 458 caliber with energies up to 338 Lapua, and it's full auto rated on top of that. If the sound quality is that of other Dead Air cans, this is going to be a great option. It really will be. Pricing lands at $929 MSRP. The SELLMARK family of brands offers a huge variety of stuff for the hardcore enthusiast and weekender alike. Whether you need body armor from Bullet Safe, red dot optics from Sightmark for your rifles and pistols, maybe you need a weapon tripod from Kopfjäger, or maybe you're looking for something even more fancy like thermals and night vision from Pulsar. They've got you covered in so many ways. To learn more, check out these brands at retailers everywhere, or hit the links in the description to learn more. Savage has some new versions of old guns, and because this is already a long episode, I'm just going to plow right through them. There's the A22 and B Series Precision Light variants, basically a semi-auto 22 or a bolt action in 17, 22, or 22 Magnum with an MDT chassis and carbon fiber barrel, all of which have an MSRP of $949. Then there's the 110 Ultralight in a left-hand configuration, that's new. This can be had in 8 different calibers and comes with a carbon fiber wrapped barrel like the other guns we talked about, and a synthetic stock for an MSRP of just shy of $1,600. And rounding out the Savage new stuff is a version of their new semi-auto shotgun called the Renegade Security. This is sort of a tactical version of the Renegade and has an 18.5-inch barrel, gray plastic furniture that looks like they copied Magpul's homework, and it holds 6 rounds in the tube. It also carries an MSRP of $1,500. And rounding us out this week are 2 new ones from CZ. Holy crap, can you guys believe how much new stuff we've had in this episode? This is great. Subscribe if you like new stuff. Like if you like new stuff. Please. Okay, so first up we'll cover the P10F competition ready model because all the other ones are not ready. It's got a 5-inch titanium nitride barrel, fiber optic front sight, serrations all over the slide, which is also optic cut for optics. And on top of that, they've got a few parts from Apex Tactical, like an extended slide stop and mag release, and then HB Industries trigger and backplate. They ship with 3 19-round mags, which is awesome. I don't know why everybody's not shipping with 3 bags. And they have an MSRP of $999, considering that's a bump of about $420 over the regular P10F. I feel like there's pretty good value here considering the different parts that you get. I don't know, you guys can tell me on that one. And that brings us to the other new P10 that CZ released. It's called the P10M, and it's aimed at the micro-compact market that is so hot right now. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the most disappointing guns I've seen in a while. It's just, I'll get to that in a second. They've taken a fantastic gun, the P10, shrunk it down, and now it has a 3.2-inch barrel, 3-dot sights, and 7 round mags. Yes, that's right. In a market where everybody that's putting one of these out is pushing 10 rounds plus into the micro-compact guns, they hit the market at 7 rounds in the mag. And the manufacturer's suggested retail price is $499, which puts it right in the heart of the group of guns that are just better because of the mag capacity. I expected way more from CZ, and that's why I'm disappointed. I want to hear from you guys on this one. Is that slim gun, like sort of the old school Smith & Wesson Shield, gonna hold up in today's market? I mean, Smith & Wesson even bumped out capacity. Sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts. on all of the stuff we covered today. And if you enjoyed this episode, yeah, that's right, it's over, and you want to see an ad-free version, check us out on floatplane.com. After you click the like button on this video, be sure to do that. Be sure to also hit the secret affiliate link down in the description. Buy some coffee, because that's rad. That would be a massive help for us. And of course, don't forget to get subscribed for more gun news every single week. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.
Yep, it's over, but don't worry, you can click on the video up top to watch last week's show, and the one below that is the one that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Check them out and let me know what you think.